Hello, my name's Christopher Harper, and I'm a professor in the Department of Journalism, and I'll be your instructor for this online class on history of journalism. If you haven't taken an online class before, there are some things that you really need to keep in mind, particularly with a summer class where it's only 6 weeks long. You really have to keep up with the work. If you start to fall behind, it's very, very difficult to catch up. The course is about the history of journalism, and we'll go through the various periods and styles of journalism, but it's also a course in which we look very closely at great writers in the English language for the most part. There are a few international authors that we'll look at, but the idea is to understand why these authors wrote so well. And it's not doing book reports, they're called explications, and looking very tightly and thoroughly at one or several aspects of what the storyteller is doing. So we also will have a discussion board about the authors. There will be a test on the various periods of journalism and styles of journalism, theories of journalism. There will be a final paper that's due, and then there will be these explications to look tightly at the various way that authors do what they do. It's a fun class. I love teaching this class, and I've done it for quite a number of years. I hope you enjoy it just as much as I do. And now I'm going to go on to a few other aspects just to open up the class. Here's the syllabus, and I'll just go through it rather quickly. You can read it on the website, and I'll talk a little bit about the website as well. So first of all, it's important that you get the two books as quickly as possible. Roger Stratmatter, Mightier Than the Sword, and also Kevin Karain and Ben Yagoda, The Art of Fact. You should buy these online. There is the 1997 version of Mightier Than the Sword is fine. There is a one after 9/11, but it's not critical that you get the new edition. I'll be checking email and the discussion board most days, and except for Sundays. And if you actually need to call me in a real emergency, the telephone number is here, 315-729-9020. And the email that you'll be contacting me a lot is charper@temple.edu. The website is located at www.historyofjournalism.com. I put almost everything on the website. I do have to use the gradebook on Blackboard so that there's privacy in your grades. And also, I'll use Blackboard in when I need to send out a mass email. So the video lectures are located on YouTube at this location, which is also on the website. And so you might want to go to when I talk about the website, I'll show you where this is, and you can click on it and then bookmark it. Now, the weekly schedule starts on Monday and ends on Sunday. There'll be a discussion board, and essentially, for most weeks, the 6 weeks that we have, the discussion questions I'll post under discussions on the website on Monday. And also your assignments will be under assignments. So on Tuesday and Wednesday, normally you have to contribute 200 words to discussion question number 1. By Wednesday at 5 p.m., 200 words to discussion question number 2. Then you continue to post 2 more answers of 100 words or so, reaction to what your colleagues are saying, what I'm saying, so that there's a total of 4 posts each week. On Thursday, often that's the test day for materials that are due, or individual what are called explications, different from book reports. So here's the participation. You need to read, analyze, respond to questions and comments from other students. Your comments should add significantly to the discussion rather than gee, I really like that, or I agree with you. It should be at least 200 words for the first two responses, and then 100 words for the final two. It's important to have respect. The way that we say words online, oftentimes can be misconstrued. So, with respect to the discussion board, please do not use attachments on that. But everything else should be sent to me as an attachment in Word at charper@temple.edu. It's very important for you to follow these naming conventions. I want each one to have your last name, history, whatever you want to call the assignment, as the title of your document, and also the subject of your email to me. That makes it just much easier for me. Here are fairly typical week workloads. So take a look at the lectures, read some material in the sword, and then this material in the sword. Then there'll be several readings of actual literary journalism or investigative journalism or whatever that will be included in each week's assignments. And the discussion questions often will be based on those readings. Okay, so then we have what's called an explication, and it's not a book report. It's looking very specifically at the way a writer constructs his or her words, whether uses passive voice. I mean, the one that I always like is that Ernest Hemingway, when he was a journalist, and even when he wrote his novels, he used the construction of to be, is, are, was, were, repeatedly. I mean, you've been taught forever that that's a weak formulation, but in fact, one of the greatest writers in the 20th century used that construction all the time. Okay. Now, I will post the syllabus under syllabus on the website, so you can go through the various assignments and various readings that are due. Deadlines for assignments will vary, but they must be met in all cases. Late assignments will be lowered 1 letter grade for each day that they are late. No assignment will be accepted after 72 hours past the due date. The discussion counts toward 25% of your grade. A test is 25% of your grade. The explications, there are 4 of them, count toward 20% of your grade. And the final paper is 30% of your grade. Here's the grade distribution, and in order for this class to count for journalism students, you need to get at least a C. You have rights, and you can file a grievance either informally or formally with respect to this class or with respect to me. This policy is here. First, it's usually better to come to me, but if you don't feel comfortable doing that, there's this very specific procedure. In terms of academic honesty, they're cheating and plagiarism. I think that you know what those are. Academic dishonesty also involves using material that you've published or provided for another class. You can't reuse it in this class. I don't think that that will really come up in this class, but perhaps it will. And then there are specific rules of the road with respect to those with disabilities, and here's information about that. This is the website that we'll use for the course, and it's at historyofjournalism.com. You probably have to put www. Before that. And here's the home page. Here's how the website works. You'll find the video lectures under this location, so that you can just select this, go there, and you'll see the various lectures, and then bookmark this one because it's a ridiculous name. And here you have your various assignments for the week, plus another listing for the video lectures. Here's the discussion board. As I said, I'll put up 2 questions on Monday. Discussion question 1 will need to be answered on Tuesday. Discussion question 2 by Wednesday. Here's the library, which includes most of the PowerPoints that I do. I try to keep these very simple so that I'm not blowing out your color printer ribbons, so that they're black and white if you want to print them out or do whatever you would like to do with them. And here's where the syllabus will be. And that's about all there is. So we'll see you online. Thanks very much.